What up, y'all? I'd like to welcome y'all back to Humble City Real. Sure, I talk about things I like, things I don't like, things I know, things I think I know, whatever else happened to cross my mind. As always, go ahead and subscribe if you like what you're seeing. Hit the like button, leave a comment, of course, share the video. Without further ado, let's get into it. So, I have this thing I started saying recently, but it's more so just something to give you as far as just parts of how my brain works, how I think, how I process certain things, right? So I'll lead off by just saying, and this is like almost like a disclaimer, possibly. Probably be a disclaimer on future videos as well, because it's always going to be implemented in there. And like I said, this is just like how my brain, parts of how my brain works. The mere mentioning and or acknowledgement of a reality is not the same as the support and or justification of said reality. I'll say it one more time. The mere mentioning and or acknowledgement of a reality is not the same as the support and or justification of said reality. Now, I'm not sure how many of y'all like kind of know what that means or what I mean by that. Like I said, I don't say it all the time. I say it every now and then in different conversations. Did I create it? Yes, I put those words together that way. But I'm quite sure there's thousands of other people, millions of other people who understand what I'm saying, and they share the same sentiments, and they may say it in their own way. But as far as like what it means, at least, you know what I'm saying, definitely what I'm trying to convey with it, is it's pretty much as it says, a lot of times we engage in these different conversations, right? Different dialogues that kind of take on somewhat of a debate form. It happens as social media, it happens in comments and things of that nature, right? And sometimes things occur and you can respond to it, and people will hear you respond to, or not hear, or possibly face to face hear. People will hear or see your response and instantly believe that is what you are about, and that is what you stand on. That is what you support. That you are justifying said behavior and or action, right? A good example would be, say, like there's times that we can all say be around, let's say a group of friends, right? Male and females all together, whatever, and it could be any it could be a get together, whatever, gathering, and say the question will be brought up, and typically it'll come from a female, come from a woman, right? But we've all been in this particular conversation when I say it as an example, right? A female may say, why do men cheat, right? Now, we all know that there's no Webster definition, description, or whatever response to that particular answer. It's not a question that could just be answered, right? But they will say that, that'll be the question, right? And then it'll become that topic of the moment. You'll have, people giving their different takes on it. Of course, you're gonna have, the guy that probably you may have the guy depending on your group of friends, right? But in some of those particular situations where maybe it's not friends, maybe people acquaintance, you're gonna have that person, the guy that's gonna be like, well, a real man shouldn't cheat, and taking an easy road, like, fuck out of here, you know what I'm saying? Like, get the little, that ain't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, that'll be that part of the conversation, right? You'll have that one person, right? And, you know, of course, you'll have the same thing. You have a female that probably have the same sentiment, share the same sentiments. Like, yeah, you're right. But that's not answering the question. So it's like those people who take that easy way out and, like, you know, go sit in the corner somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Like, for that particular debate or question, right? But, you know, let's not get it misconstrued. That's not what this video is about. We can have that a whole nother time. I mean, it's everywhere. It's always popping up. But I digress. That question will be posed, right? And so you'll have certain men that will give a certain response to that question, you know, and it'll be, you know, well, men, we feel like this, and sometimes we move this. Well, this is how we look at that, and you know, women look at it this way, and you know, but the men see we do it this way, and we see this, and this is how we feel, and either the woman who asked the question or another woman that's on the sideline, that's in the conversation. I don't want to say on the sideline, but it's in the conversation, but just haven't yet to say anything. They may come out and be like, well, that's not good. You shouldn't do that. That's not right. Well, why would you do this? And why would you? And this whoa. Wow. The mere mentioning and or acknowledgement of a reality. So the reality that we're talking about, men cheating, right? That happens. There's men who cheat. There's women who cheat. That is a reality. The mere mentioning and or acknowledgement of a reality is not the same as the support and or the justification. So let's get to the support and justification parts of it. Yeah, well, he shouldn't do. Hold on, wait a minute now. I'm not saying that the man is right for doing A, B, and C. I'm not justifying the man's action. I am only acknowledging what is actually there, what you are looking at. I am acknowledging what is in our face right here. That's all. I'm not justifying it. I'm not saying go ahead. I'm not just showing support. Just merely justifying. This is a tangible reality. People cheat. So me just saying that, hey, X, Y, Z, this is why, and this is why this is why a man may do it. And be like, oh, but this is why a woman would do it. And then this is, you know, even saying that, whatever particular angles from why a woman would. The mere acknowledgement, the mere mentioning and or acknowledgement of a reality is not the same as the support and or justification of said reality. So I use that as an example because it happens a lot, and you know, in a lot of different areas of space, people tend to want to. I like to say people like to fight, right? People really want to fight. And when I say that, I use that a lot, you know, with people that I know. You know, I use that a lot in my day-to-day conversations with people sometimes, especially when we're discussing issues, problems, whatever may occur, whether it be at work, they did this, they do that, or this happened, or something that may have happened, my sister or my brother did, you know, this happened, won't. And I say, you just want to fight, that's all. Yeah, and, you know, they're like, what you mean? And when I say fight, I'm not talking about necessarily physically fighting, just saying, just wanting to, as they say, you just want to argue, you know? But I say fight, and I say fight because it's just a moment of like sometimes you just need something and you're trying to figure out things and you don't have the solutions, or you don't have the wherewithal to figure out how do I get through this, or want to solve it, or I don't want to take this road because I don't want to give up an inch in this particular conversation or this dialogue, and so you just want to fight. But when people do that, they typically don't fight right. They're not getting themselves together. They're not, you know, practicing to do anything. They just come in windmilling and conversate. And this is all verbally, I'm saying. They just come in just windmilling. Like, you just want to just fight. Like, why not, if you're going to fight, why not get yourself together? Why not study the opponent? Look at the moves they're making. Look at what they're saying. Break it down. Make sure that you're not missing anything. You know, you don't want to come in people just windmill through conversations and be getting caught with all type of left hooks, looking dumb, and then they get embarrassed. And it's like, oh well, you know. And we've been in those conversations where you could be talking about what's the proper way to, you know, the proper way to cook chicken, or whatever the case may be. Whether you should bake it or whether, you know, the best way. Whether You could be talking about the best way to cook chicken. You should bake it. You should fry it. And you can get to those and you be like, well, no, this is the reason why you should be baking it. And they be like, well, I want to fry it. And next thing you know, oh, you just a whole ass nigga. You don't know what the fuck you talking about. You be like, damn, like, what the fuck that? Whoa. People just want to fight. You know what I'm saying? So that's when you end up having those type of things. A lot of times we say, well, that's the person may have had that on their chest or whatever. Yeah, they may have. Maybe that might have been something they've been wanting to say to you. However, they didn't think it all the way out through. And that comes off, though. That's where that whole, I'm just, I just want to say something. I just want to, So when a person ends up saying something, well, if you want your chicken to have a certain sense of crispiness to it, you gotta fry it. Oh, so you just saying that fried chicken is the best chicken? No, I'm just saying if you want it to be crispy, that's the reality of it. If you want it to be crispy, you've got to fry it. I mean, if that's what you want. That's what I'm neither here nor there. Whether fried or baked is better. I like both, whatever the case may be. Oh, you just want to be on fried? No, I'm just acknowledging the reality that if we want crispy chicken, you best bet you're gonna have to fry it. That's mentioning or acknowledging a reality, which is not the same as supporting and or justifying said reality. So it's like, I say that just to try to get people to have a certain type of, maybe just as we work on ourselves, because we're all working on ourselves, to add that to the workout, to the mental workout, to whereas when you're receiving information, try to give it some thought before you respond. Look at it as, wait a minute now, the way this person is talking, because things can get confusing in some of these conversations, and I could say that, especially myself, if I'm in one of those conversations, I probably can come off maybe as if that way, and then sometimes conversations can sound that way, but you kind of like dig deeper. Ask the question, do you believe that? And maybe that person be like, no, that's not what I believe, but this is what I've seen. It's not what I believe. You know what I'm saying? This is what I've seen. This is the reality. So I would say to people, practice that. Put that in your brain. Think about it. Like, dang, is that just because it's a reality and someone said something, brought it up? Does that necessarily mean they believe that shit should be this way? It's not always the case. Just because I say that, oh yeah, this happened and wow, okay, yeah, oh shoot, yeah, dude did punch her and oh yeah, man, that shit was crazy. He was just punching her like, dang, man. And it's like, oh, so you support men beating women? No, I just said that the reality of it was he punched her like 3 times. I'm like, wow, and that's man, that happened. That happened. Just me acknowledging it, mentioning it, it's not mean I support it. You see those type of things, especially like say you put that as a video to be on the social media type stuff and to be a video. And people will be like, kind of like, damn, man. Damn, he slammed the shit out of her. God damn. And somebody comment, oh, you support that? You supposed to be like, so everybody ain't got to respond to that. And that, I would have did this to him. You don't do no woman. Everyone don't have to respond that way. And just to not actually feel that way. I don't feel like saying I'm going to beat the shit out of everybody to do something wrong or do some fucked up shit in this life. Some moments I might see it and I'll be like, man, I swear to God, I've been and hung him up by his toenails and whatever, And sometimes I might look at it and I'm just thinking it, and it's like, damn, that's fucked up what he did. I'm not support. That doesn't necessarily mean that the person is supporting said action, said reality. It just happened. I acknowledge this is what happened. Damn, he just did X, Y, Z to his woman. Oh, and so you support that? Well, a real man would. I don't have to constantly, every time something fucked up happens in this world, I don't have to say that I'm going to be the person that would, if I had the opportunity to do something to that person who did that, I'm going to do it. No, I don't have to do that. That doesn't mean I support it. That don't mean I'm justifying it. That don't mean that I like it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean none of that. Just me mentioning what happened. It's a mere reality. That's all it is. It's the mentioning of a mere reality. That's all. So once again, as I say, the mentioning and or acknowledgement of a reality is not the same as a support or a justification of said reality. I hope I defined that enough for anyone, so that people can get understanding. Hopefully everybody do understand that, though. What I mean by that, the mere mentioning and or acknowledgement of reality is not the same as the support and or justification of said reality. Let me know what y'all think about that. If you don't understand it, let me know. Maybe in a different conversation, I can help you understand it or whatnot. Reach out or pass it by someone else. Say it to someone else. See what they think and see what they get from that. But I personally think that should be part of your workout, your diet. That should be part of how you analyze and break down things before you respond, before you react. Play that through your head. Do some more due diligence before we jump, because that's how things just go left real fast. Just because you think that person believes and support that, and so you put the gloves on, get the swinging. Whoa, what the hell? Wait a minute now. I don't like it either. Well, why you say it? Just mention it. It's not. So I want to say, people, go ahead and put that in your, like I said, put it in your repertoire. Your workout, your diet, pass it along, share it. As to with the video, of course, right? If you like what you see, you like what you heard, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think about that. Hit the like button, definitely share the video. Once again, the mentioning and or acknowledgement of a reality is not the same as the support and or justification of said reality. Humble City Real. Y'all holler at y'all later.